that most of you guys are in school, or even some of you are working besides school, and you get to understand and you get to realize this is gonna be, I'm not gonna bullshit, I'm not gonna do this bullshit talk like a lot of YouTubers doing in all the time. They're not telling you anything, they're not telling you the truth, they're just telling you like this quick life hack, how can I get rich quick and how can I solve my fucking problems in 1 second. It's not about that. You cannot achieve anything from day to day. It's not about that. You cannot stop masturbation in 1 or 2 days. It takes time. You cannot start up a business in 1 week. It takes time. Everything takes time. And all these YouTubers think that this whole thing and everything in improvement and all this stuff happens in seconds and in hour, and you know, if you do this in 90 days you will be a millionaire. But the main thing that you've got to understand is that as long as you are distracted and as long as your mind is obsessing over useless fucking stuff like your fucking smartphone with all these features, notifications, scrolling around in fucking Instagram and so on. I had to come to this point when I realized the one day when I was on the top of the mountain looking the city without any distraction. I was just with myself for an hour without any distraction, and I had to come to this point to realize that this fucking smartphone that you are looking at every day and every hour, all day, is a fucking revolutionary object which purpose is to distract every people from their goal and to be trapped in the fucking society. Because as long as you're distracted, you are out of control. And if you're out of control, if you're fucking out of control, who's gonna control you? Who? Not you, because you are out of control. You are distracted. The system is going to control you. And the main problem is that a lot of people don't even come to this point to realize that the biggest problem in their life is their phone, masturbation, and fake friends. All these 3 things are destroying your future, destroying yourself. Just imagine that how rare in someone's life that you go home, you're not looking at your phone, you're not looking at your computer, you're not looking at everything, you're at something. You just go home, forget about everything, and you just think for an hour. You're looking at the wall and you're just thinking for an hour, or you just go somewhere else. You sit back and you just think for an hour. It's so rare, or I don't know, this thing should be normal, like, you know, this is a natural thing that to use your brain. Because a lot of people, I'm not looking down on anyone, because I understand the system, I understand people, and I understand the connection between these two, like society and everything. But it should be normal to use your brain. It's just beneficial for you if you aren't distracted by your phone. And the other thing is that besides your smartphone, in someone's life, if you are studying in a school, the most, like the other thing that distracts you even more than your smartphone, which is 7 hours a day, 35 hours a week, and so on. That is school. That is the fucking school that you are in all day. And they're telling you that these subjects are so fucking important. You've got to learn that. You've got to learn this. And if you don't learn that, you won't have any credits. You won't have good get grades. And then you won't get. If you don't have good grades, you won't have enough credits to get into your desired university or to get into a decent university that your parents always dreamed of. And your parents always telling you that, oh son, have you done the assignments yet? Did you do the homework and so on? And you're always in this pressure. Someone is always putting pressure on you because of school. Because if you don't do that right now, or if you don't do this fucking exam very well, you will be fucking fucked up. And the biggest problem is that no one ever stops and think that, wait a minute, why is that? Why is that? Why is that your parents always telling you this? Why is that all the teachers telling you this? And why is it happening to all of us? Because if you do all of this and you get good grades, you will get into a decent university, and then what's next? You will get a decent job and you will work for someone else. Someone else is gonna control you. That can be the government, that can be your boss. And all these suffering and all these meaningless studying is what for? For working all your life. School is just a fucking distraction and misleading in your life. You've got to keep in mind that everything that is taught in school, or of course there are exceptions, but most of the time, everything that is taught in school is meaningless, useless, and it's just a tool to distract you from the real knowledge that you need to live life freely and effectively. They're not teaching you anything about money. They're not teaching anything about relationships. They're not teaching anything about spiritual stuff, meditation, your soul. They're not teaching anything about effective communication. They're not teaching anything about life because they don't want you to know valuable knowledge that will make your life better overall. I have this book that I'm reading. It's called Attached. It's about are you anxious, avoidant, or secure? How the science of adult attachment can help you find and keep love. And this is a book about relationship, and you're like, motherfucker, why would I want to know about relationships? And Of course, it is not taught in school. And of course, you haven't heard about this book, probably. There are a lot of relationship books out there, and there are a lot of tips how you can get a girlfriend, how you can be attractive, and so on. But most the things that these books don't really tell you is the science of the attachment styles. That what is the real danger if you are looking forward, like going in a relationship. And I had to come to this point when I realized that this is one of the most valuable knowledge that you can get from a fucking $10 book. No way, no way. It saves you from a lot of suffering. Because I've been through that. I've been through a fucking relationship with a girl that I loved so much. But because of the lack of emotional education or knowledge, I had to break up with her. But not because I wasn't in love with her. That imagine that there are 3 kinds of attachment style that exist: anxious, avoidant, and secure. And a lot of people don't know about this, but I'm going to talk about this in another video because this is a bit longer topic. But avoidant is someone who keeps distance from the other people when he detects intimacy and closeness. And anxious is someone who is so busy and worried about the relationship, and because of that he or she cannot live the life properly because he's always so worried about the other partner's feeling. And the third one is secure, who is comfortable with the relationship, comfortable with commitment, and so on. And I've realized that I've been avoidant in all my life. And because of the fact that we were getting closer and closer to each other, and I loved her, and because she was anxious, these two is the complete opposite, because she wanted to be even closer to me. And it's not about that I didn't want to, it was that my attachment style is about if I find myself in a situation when the other person is getting closer and closer, I wanna push her a bit far away from me because I feel this closeness too much. And you don't want to experience this, that you love her but you cannot keep her. But I'm going to talk about this in another video. This is just a side topic that I wanted to tell you. And this is something that is not taught in school and not taught by anyone. But it saves you from a lot of suffering. And this is just one book about one topic. And I want you to just sit back sometimes and think. Think about your life. Think about the opportunities that you can take. And think about that there are lots of books that you can choose from. And there's a lot of way that, like, how you can gain. You just have to find a way. And keep in mind that school, all the school's purpose is to distract you and to be a slave to the system. Peace, guys.